got my job at Chrysler, me and Carlton got heavily dilated on coke and some of that fine wine of the century at my place. Carlton is a fine-tuned high, if you know what I mean. One snort too many and he gets kind of dreamy, yeah, a little bit useless. But if you hit him just right, then he's floating. And this night he was off like I ain't never seen him before, bouncing around and running around like Muhammad Ali. He was turbocharged, fightless, full on the floor. You could pull the boy down. He was out there in the O-zone. So when he said he felt like dancing, I didn't say no. Nah, you gotta let the boy dance. So we hopped into his camera, double-timed it down to Sully's, and I swear the boy was more wild than a Wonder Bra. He was cranked up higher than a boombox on Friday night, which it was. The devil and angel droppings ain't got nothing on Carlton when he's coke in hands. Well, as soon as we got past that bouncer, Carlton was racing his engine, and he didn't waste no time either. That boy was motivated. That boy had night vision. He spied two highfalutin women all the way across the dance floor. "They's lonely," he said. "That don't mean they're lonely for us," I said. They just don't know you, that's all. Catch up with me, Rose, and I'll show you how to search your gender and insert your member. Carlton was always calling me Rose because of my name, but I wouldn't let none of the other guys get away with that shit. Well, he was off like one of those laser-guided missiles, and I was just coasting along for the ride, so to speak. Nothing to lose, right? It's not like he's gonna hit something and blow up. And my eyes are still kind of murky, sort of infrared, cutting right through all those dancers. You see some real isotonic crap out there. Real love juice. Well, that one was gorgeous. She was just gorgeous. Like a box of Milky Strauss chocolates. And the other was, well, she was there for contrast. But I must admit, she got better looking, and even more better looking as the night retrogressed. She was what they call a late bloomer. Now, Carlton had done started before he even got there. The boy was sort of dancing across the floor. His fingers were clicking, and he was kind of scrolling, and then he just sort of rolled up to their table like a pimp car on cruise control. And I swear he made it up as he went along. He did. When ain't nothing I ever heard before. They looked up like he done interrupted heart surgery or something. And the boy just smiled and he said, "Well, I know you've been waiting a long time for me, sweetheart, but I have arrived. I ain't no jive, so just let me sit down and buzz your hive. I'm feeling all right. You're looking good. I'm gonna love you like a lover should." I know. I understand exactly where you're coming from. It's a shock of recognition, darling. You just don't know what you've been missing, darling. Let me turn on your ignition, darling. And I'm spelling that with a capital D, because I am right for you and you are right for me. Don't say a word. I know just what you're thinking. Is this a Ford or a goddamn Lincoln? Let me buy. What you drinking? I am sorry, but I do not believe she held her hand to her throat like she was protecting her necklace. I be Carlton. Like the cigarette. I'm smooth smoking and there ain't no choking. And this year's my main man, Roosevelt, named after the aircraft carrier. He might look like a farmer, but good God, don't you know he's a lover. You can't judge a book by no ever looking at the cover. Excuse me, but wait, just wait. Don't move a muscle. You are perfect just the way you are. Just the way you are. You are Venus with arms. I succumb to your charms. The fire's getting hotter. Let me loosen my collar. Carlton was slowing down now, but not for lack of steam. He was just getting more romantic-like. I never knew he could rhyme like that. Women's loved him some poetry. So let us all sit down by your drink. A pink lady or something nice like that. Let's discuss this animal magnetism. Let's cogitate on the possibilities. I've told you mine. What's yours? I just know it's going to be something nice. Something you could name a fine wine after. Or a boat. A Titanic, she said. The leftover girl smirked. No, you putting me on. You ain't no sunken ship. Your name. And here Carlton looked off into the little twinkling lights in the ceiling and raised up his arms like he was Julius Caesar. Your name could only be spelled with stars. Where the hell did you get that from? Both girls were giggling. You could tell they were tickled. And we was sitting down. We was getting ready to buy them a drink. And if there was a turning point that evening, I'd have to say, that was it. Your name can only be spelled with stars. Radical. Barry White couldn't touch that with a vibrator. Well, Carlton was talking so good that night that I didn't have nothing to say at all. I just looked at my girl and I said, I feel the same way about you too, honey. She said. And believe it or not, we made it with those two. And wouldn't you know that Zaniqua, yeah, that was the name of the woman you could only spell with stars. Zaniqua gave Carlton a clap so bad that the boys on King Street called him Standing Ovation. And the leftover girl, Latavia, had to go and marry me. Like a ball and chain, like a 10-ton barnacle, like a giant chunk of space junk just falling out the sky. And now I'd be a daddy and a number 9 boatman, and she'd be one mean, ugly woman with a bark like a Cujo and a back like a wheel clamp. It just goes to show. I don't know why. But I tell you the truth, if I ever get amnesia, just leave me where I am. The Salvation Army would be all right with me. Life's just not fair. And I was the one who's doing all the talking. It was Carlton Pitts, the poet with the plan. Carlton Pitts rhymes with shit. The boombox with no friggin' off switch. If he's still running off with mouth like a skunk with rabies, I don't know nothing about it. The wife won't let me nowhere near his place, and that's all right with me. We got chillums to protect. And the only coke I ingest nowadays comes in a goddamn can. Damn. Thank you.